Hello everybody and welcome to the Daily Review, episode number 295. I rarely do any self-promotion on this, but I thought 295, what the heck. Head over to nitpicket.com, it's nitpicket.com. Me and my good friend Leland Brungart put on a podcast every week all about films and television and basically anything we like to talk about. This last episode we discussed From Paris with Love, Frozen, and we counted down kind of our top 5 date movies, or movies that you would kind of like to watch with a girl, Friday night at your house on DVD, kind of to test the romantic waters and see if her romantic tastes match up with yours. So it was a lot of fun. Head over there to listen to it. We put out a new episode every week. I thank you in advance for that. The film I'm going to be reviewing for you guys today, though, is called The Headless Woman, or La Mujer Sin Cabeza, as it's really called, which I think sounds like a lot cooler of a title. It's directed by Lucrecia Martel, and it tells the story of this woman named Vero who runs over something on her way home. She doesn't know if it's a dog or if it's a person or what it was, but whatever it is has kind of shaken her, and the 89-minute long film kind of chronicles her daily activities and kind of goes about showing you how maybe things aren't always what they seem, how things are kind of off-kilter for this woman now, and she's a little confused, as will you be watching the film. The Headless Woman is the type of film that I kind of loathe to review, because I think it's the type of film, it's not like a summer blockbuster or whatever just hit your multiplex near you. It's a type of film where the director knew what they were doing, they made it the way they wanted to make it, and they don't care how anybody else feels about it. And that's how I feel The Headless Woman is. I mean, I could sit here and tell you the good things, the bad things. You could sit at home and talk about how much you love this movie and how much you hate this movie, and I guarantee you it is a film that will divide people. But I don't think that really matters, because I think it, at its core, it is an art film, and it's truly doing something on a different level than most films are doing. I will say, though, about The Headless Woman is that it is a trip, and it's very psychological, and a lot of the stuff demands that you're paying attention to everything that's going on screen. And at times, I absolutely loved it. I think that the opening of this film, there's this shot that's involving her getting out of her car right after she hits whatever she hits, and the camera doesn't follow her, it stays in the car, and you see that it starts to kind of sprinkle on the windshield, and then you start to see it start pouring, and she's kind of walking outside, and it cuts to title. And they're really powerful images. The way Martel frames all of the shots are very kind of, you sometimes don't see entire bodies. Like, a lot of the time Vero walks by the screen and the camera's like from here down, and you don't really get to see her entire face, or it's like from here across, you don't get to see everything, which I think is some of the most breathtaking, artful filmmaking that I've seen. I mean, I talked about A Single Man, I think, a while ago, about how I loved every shot in that film and the way that it was just presented to its audience, and I love the way everything's presented here. My problem with The Headless Woman, though, is that I think it's almost too much of an art film for me. I think this review is a very personal one, because I think this film isn't going to be for everyone, so therefore you gotta take my word for whatever you're gonna hear me say right now. But I think The Headless Woman, it accomplishes a lot of stuff. I think it accomplishes the surrealness of what's going on and everything, but I think at times it keeps its audience at such a distance that it's almost kind of boring. And by that I mean, you're not really sure what's going on, but it's not that you're not sure what's going on in a good way or an interesting way. I think at times it's like, I don't know what's going on, and I just want some sort of plot or some sort of something to go on that's tangible that I can grab onto. It's really difficult for me to feel any sort of emotions that the main character in this film is feeling when I don't have any idea what she's going through or what she's experiencing. It is a film that's going to divide people, and people probably love this movie. Some people probably absolutely hate it. I think I'm kind of right in the middle. I mean, I really respect this type of filmmaking, and I applaud, these filmmakers for making this movie, and I applaud Martel for making The Headless Woman, because it's definitely something different. And by the end of this film, you're not really sure what you saw, if what you saw was really happening, that sort of thing. Very interesting, though. But I give The Headless Woman a 3 out of 5. It's a reluctant 3 out of 5, because I think maybe with repeated viewings I would enjoy this more, but for right now it's a 3 out of 5. Don't take the numbers into consideration, they're just meaningless numbers. Take what I say into consideration. That's all I'm going to say. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching, and I will be back hopefully tomorrow with another one for you.